Hello and welcome to another episode of Teen Scene. I'm your host, Brittany and my lovely panel today. We'll start with you.
My name is Mia Scott.
My name is Dennis Jeanette.
My name is Karen Wyatt.
My name is Karishma Sharma.
So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And our topic today, the pandemic.
Today's a brand new day. There's no time to delay. The future's in our hands, so we must make it count. Oh, doesn't matter how old you are, doesn't matter what race or gender you are. If we can dream it, then we can achieve it. There's nothing that can hold us down, because we are the change. We're the voices no one's waiting for. We don't have to wait anymore. We take a stand and reach out a hand, 'cause we have the chance to make it better. We are the hope that tomorrow shines brighter than yesterday. We can't believe today we have the might to do what is right. So together let's rise, 'cause we can change the world. Let's take responsibility to change things in our community. Let us unite and fight to stand up for what is right. Inside of us there is greatness. Together we can be fearless, to treat the impossible, overcome any obstacle. There's no one who can hold us down, because we are the change. We're the voices no one is waiting for. We don't have to wait. We don't have to wait anymore. Oh no. We take a stand and reach out a hand. Reach out a hand. Yeah. We are the hope. We are the hope that tomorrow shines brighter than yesterday. We can't believe the day. Have the might to do what is right. So together let's rise. Everybody say, yes we can. Oh, oh. Yes we can. Just believe it. We are the change. We're the voices the world is waiting for. We don't have to wait anymore. We take a stand and reach out our hand, 'cause we have the chance. We are the change. We are the change. We're the voices the world is waiting for. The world is waiting for. We don't have to wait anymore. We take a stand. Take a stand. Reach out a hand. Reach out a hand. We are the hope. We are the hope that tomorrow shines brighter than yesterday. We can't believe today. Today, to do what is right. So together let's rise, 'cause we can change the world. Yes we can. Oh, oh, oh. Just believe. Yes we can. We can change the world.
Welcome back. We have awesome stuff still to talk about with the pandemic. How is everybody feeling?
Pretty good.
Pretty great. So how do you guys feel like the pandemic affected you? Let's start with education-wise.
So for me, I started my pandemic throughout my college career. So when my college shut down and everybody had to go home, classes were a little crazy and difficult because a lot of teachers and professors, they did not know how to use the software So things were going crazy, things were going slow. A lot of things got cut out of the grade book
Right.
just because it didn't work out the way that they wanted it to. So yeah, and my social life is all the way down the drain. I stay at home and I don't do anything. So
Well,
yeah.
it's hard to really go out when there's not much to go out there and see. Everything
Exactly.
slows down.
Oh, you literally. Whenever I was in, right whenever it started, I was in school and they had to shut the school down. And so I had to do cyber, which I never did in my life. And I was in cosmetology, and it withheld me from being able to get my hours. So I never graduated cosmetology. Cosmetology.
Okay, well that sucks. Like, how about you guys? Did that really affect your education?
It really did. We had to start learning from home. And it also made it kind of fun because we were able to connect with our teachers, and I learned a lot of the things that I wouldn't have in class.
So you found it more fun.
I did.
Okay. How about you?
I was on the computer learning. It was harder at times because we couldn't like interact with people like in person and do like activities.
Yeah, no, I definitely get that. Also, just with the pandemic, I feel like mentally it was so much harder to study because it's just like I'm in my room. I'm not in a spot where I can really go and like spend my time studying. Like I'm in my room where I should be sleeping, and all I want to do is sleep. And then just the mental capacity of that, just it affects your mentality a lot. Like, what about you? Going back to you, do you feel like it affected your mentality?
Yeah, it made me more like stressed out. Yeah.
How about you?
I know I was definitely more stressed out. I wanted to like go and see people and like have more of a social life, and it really affected me when it came to school too.
Very distracting.
Distracting, yes.
It made it hard to have like a good mental mind state when studying and stuff because you are in your four walls of your house. You're not really going anywhere and you can't really, double down and cram or study for exams because you're like, oh, the TV's on, that's cool. Oh, let me play some video games. Oh, my friend just messaged me on Instagram. It made it so much harder to like not get distracted.
Not even just that, not even just the distraction part. I feel like I was struggling with I was going stir crazy almost. So like there was no way to reward yourself for doing the extra studying and stuff. It was literally just like, okay, I just did all this study. I should go out. I can't go out. I'm in the house. I'm stuck in the house. And did you guys also deal with like, well, everybody had to deal with the quarantine, curfew?
Yeah.
1 second, we'll be right back. already starting the pandemic where I had to take the pandemic in my room, and I was just like, wait, I can't go back to school or anything? Like, do you guys remember where you were when it happened and how it affected you guys?
Yes, I was in spring break and I was in my room and all of a sudden I got an email saying that we're not coming back. And I was like, well, we just started the semester. How are we going to finish the semester if we're not going back? And they quickly transitioned us into at-home learning and all that kind of stuff. And it was just crazy, and man, I wish I could just not even think about it anymore because it's been crazy.
Yeah. How about you?
Well, I was in my bedroom and I was gonna go to school the next day, and then we all got emails, just like she was saying. But I was kind of sad because I really, really liked school, and that was my favorite thing about the week. Then they cut it out.
I know some people have a different intention of that. Do you guys remember where you were?
I was actually in school, and they told us for 2 weeks that we were going to be out of school, and I was wondering why, and they said it was because of the pandemic, and then we just ended up staying for the whole year.
Wow. Was it the same for you?
Yeah, the same.
Yeah, so it's literally just, you think you're gonna be out for like a little extension. How has this really changed your guys' day-to-day life?
Well, I started working out much, much more. I noticed a lot of other people have too.
Yeah.
And I was already into skincare, but I just really tried to get my spirituality out there, and so that's what I mainly focus on.
Well, it's important to focus on something else because it kind of keeps you like distracted throughout it, even though we're already talking about how it can be distracting. Did anybody else focus on anything special? I tried learning different languages.
I did that too, and I've been Spanish, and I'm trying Arabic.
Okay.
And I also found that I can do a lot more on my flute, because I started in 6th grade, which was the week that we had left, and we started learning more songs. I got to learn the Avengers theme song.
I love that.
That was one of my favorites.
I definitely started doing more crafts, and I got back into painting, which is awesome. And I got to sell some of my paintings, and I just picked up a lot of crazy hobbies that I didn't think I had the time for before.
Anybody
Like,
else do cooking?
yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Baking for like no reason, just having a cake at your house.
Right.
That's fun.
Right.
It's always fun.
Do you remember doing anything special for the
Yeah,
pandemic?
I was doing like baking a lot more frequently.
Yeah?
What you made?
I baked like cookies, cakes.
Okay, just all of it. I think I tried a cheesecake at one point. I don't think it went well, but I tried. I tried it. So when it comes to the pandemic, we already talked about education and like how it affected you, but like we were talking about socially it affected us. Did you feel more afraid of people afterwards? Anybody? Like, I know I was afraid to be in contact a little bit just because I didn't want to get my family sick.
Right.
People actually added a little more of a scare factor that I never had because I liked being a more social person.
Right.
I was always a social person, but like once the pandemic hit and like I knew my grandma would be around a lot more, I didn't want to get her sick, and so I tried to like stay away from people. It was hard because I hadn't seen them in forever, so that really took a toll on me.
Mm-hmm.
Did another problem? Yeah, my dad's a doctor, so like him being at work kind of scared me a little.
Right. So like, I'm so sorry, I want to hear your answers on this too, but with your dad being a doctor with it, like, how did that affect you more? Were you more afraid for him, just in general, or just him bringing it back?
Him bringing it back, and for him, so
Both. Yeah, no, that's fair. Like, thank him for what he did, because that was a scary time to be in the medical field.
Oh, yeah.
How about you guys? Were you afraid to like go talk to people, or?
I wasn't really afraid to go talk to people, but I wasn't trying to go to like stores and everything, because I have asthma, so I don't like masks, and I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna get sick, I don't want the family to get sick. So I just isolated myself, which I can't do that. I really like people.
Yeah, for me personally, like I got into online shopping way too much. I am still getting stuff delivered to my house and I don't care. I just don't like going to the store. I don't.
Okay, everyone, hold any thoughts, because I want to hear more, but we will be right back.
I'm Austin Russell. I'm the team leader for Luminar Technologies, based up in the Bay Area by Stanford in the US. I started at a really young age, sort of getting really interested in some like aspects of computer science and software development. Then sort of moved on to some of the electrical engineering, computer engineering aspects of that. Did a bit of independent contracting at this time. This is a few years ago when I was really young, about like 10 or 11 at that time. And since then though, and over the past 4 years or so, I've gotten really into specifically photonics. We can add whole other dimensions of information when you manipulate light over just purely, let's say, acoustic or electrical phenomena. For the past few years, I've been focusing on developing some various like new imaging technologies. They're called LiDAR and hyperspectral imaging systems, both of which are high resolution and in real time. The LiDAR system that I was developing, it's able to measure not only sort of an X and a Y axis of a field of view like a regular camera, but also a Z axis, as in the depth of each pixel within the individual image. So you have an entire high resolution depth map that can span distances even up to a kilometer. The second sort of imaging modality that I also we're developing is a real-time hyperspectral camera system that's actually able to identify the molecular composition of all the objects within the field of view completely in real time. It's able to send out a very short pulse of light into the environment to 2 million different locations, all in 1/60th of a second. There are current systems that exist that do this. However, unfortunately, they're extremely costly, often tens, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Also very bulky, about the size of, maybe this large, the size of like a mini fridge, you could say. So right now we have it down to the size of a few pennies. I definitely see how a lot of these technologies that were originally presented, decades ago, some of the original Star Trek episodes can actually be realized today. It's definitely sort of a great foreshadow for what's to come.
Welcome back. Any last thoughts before we start wrapping this bad boy up?
I thought it was a pretty good conversation. I feel like we all were able to connect pretty well.
Definitely. Any last thoughts on the pandemic or just your experience?
Not really, not many thoughts.
Oh, are you hoping for, what are your hopes for the future?
My hopes are to get back into being social with people now and
Right.
connecting more.
Yeah, definitely. Anybody else? Like, what are you planning to do now that the pandemic is starting to close down a little bit?
Sorry, you go.
Definitely want to get back with my band friends. We've been planning to go and do more songs together now that we have gotten a lot more talent.
Yes, I love that. You were? All right, we'll go back to you.
I am definitely looking forward to traveling and seeing my family because during the pandemic, like everything shut down. It was so hard to see them, and even like planning trips, somebody could have caught COVID before, after you book your flight before you even get there. So I'm just really excited to see my family.
Yeah.
I think I'll have to be going with my friends more, so I won't have to be alone now.
I'm excited to just chill in my room some more. I'm just kidding.
No more of that.
No, right, yeah, no, definitely have to get out. We'll be right back. Wow, wasn't that an interesting show? I know I learned a lot. I hope you guys are enjoying the show, and that's all for today. This is Brittany Ronk,
Mia Scott,
Dennis Annette.
Corinne Wyatt.
Kirsten Sharma.
and we're out of here. See you next time.
Bye.